Volume 2 of Season 4 is officially out, and let me tell you guys, this is day 2 of me regretting watching it because, my goodness, it feels like something a part of me is missing because I've never been this emotionally attached to a show. I mean, it was just incredible. Everything about it, like the writing, the acting, the thrill of the whole entire 2 episodes, like building up to the ending was just incredible. But I'm gonna break down everything that happened just in case anybody missed anything and why certain things happened as well. One of those being, spoiler alert, Max's coma, and all the other stuff that's happened. So first, we're gonna break down the deaths. Max. So basically, this was actually a huge thing in the storyline, not just because of Max, but other things as well. Anyways, Max obviously got the Vecna treatment. She died, just like everyone else with the Vecna treatment died. And then Elle, which is the big part, revived her. This is big in 2 ways. Number 1, Elle literally took a dead human and brought them back to life. Elle's more powerful than she's ever been. She's going to even be more powerful going into Season 5, obviously. And number 2, Max is in a coma. She's probably going to be blind. She broke pretty much every bone. It's kind of weird what's going to happen with her storyline. But one thing I found interesting is that Caleb, who plays Lucas, said in an interview if he had to give one word hint for Volume 2, it would be traitor. And we didn't see anybody become a traitor, but someone brought up a theory that what if Max is that traitor because she got brought back from the dead and everything. But anyways, Max's coma was weird. A lot of people were like, why did it happen? I think the main reason it happened, guys, is because, number 1, they wanted to show that Elle could bring back humans to life. And number 2, at the time when Elle was reviving her, she already lost Hopper. She didn't want to lose another person. She didn't know that Hopper was alive. So it kind of made sense in my mind why that happened. Second death, Jason. I think we can all agree we're glad that Jason died. Someone said that they hated Jason more than Vecna. I gotta say, whoever played Jason, dude, what a great actor, because I hated his guts. But yeah, I'm glad he died. Then we have Eddie's death. A lot of people are saying that he's still alive. I don't even try to get my hopes up, man. Don't even try to get my hopes up. But that death was just incredible. I think Joseph Quinn, who played Eddie, is the best actor we've seen in Stranger Things outside of Millie Bobby Brown, personally. And then we have Dr. Owens. This is interesting because we never seen Dr. Owens actually die. We just see, everybody leaving the building or whatever after she makes the big explosion, but they never kill Dr. Owens, right? Like we never actually see him die. He was just like chained up and everything. Now, if that whole facility blew up, which I don't think it did, but if it did, then he's dead. But he might still be alive, which would be an interesting storyline going into Season 5. Dr. Brenner, his death was interesting. At first, honestly, I kind of thought that Dr. Brenner was like right as far as like Elle can't handle Vecna. But then when I saw Elle do everything she did and bring Max back to life and literally all these crazy things, I was like, okay, he was wrong. Elle is a literal superhero. So those were like the main deaths, but we don't know if Dr. Owens is dead, and Max, I guess she isn't going to die, or she's probably not going to die, but you know what I'm saying. That Dr. Owens thing, though, that could turn into a lot of theories. And the next thing we're going to talk about is how Hawkins is basically destroyed. Like, a lot of people weren't happy with the ending. They were like, what is going to happen? Hawkins is literally destroyed. I thought the ending was literally perfect. Everybody got back together, which was very emotional with Hopper and Elle meeting everyone else. And then they go over the hill and look over the city that they grew up in, and it's literally in flames. You know what I'm saying? With like gates everywhere. Like the whole entire gate just like split the town in half, and they're calling it an earthquake and everything. A lot of people weren't happy with that, but personally, I think it leads into a lot of, I don't know, theories to be made about going to Season 5. I personally think it's going to be great, though. with the gate and everything. I don't know how season 5 is going to unfold. It's a cliffhanger, and that's what we needed, and that's why I like it personally, because it doesn't give us like, oh yeah, this is going to happen next season. Like, how are they going to recover from having a whole entire gate literally cut the earth in half through their hometown? You know, how are they going to recover from that? So that's pretty interesting. Next thing we're going to talk about is all the monsters that are alive, and they're going to Hawkins. So, I mean, Vecna's not dead, obviously, and not all the Demogorgons are dead either. So there's just a whole, like, we just had a war, and there's going to be a whole another war going into it. And also, we've seen that Vecna pretty much made the mind flayer, which is interesting, and also confirms my theory of when I said Vecna was in season 1. But yeah, so Vecna and the mind flayer have been connected this entire time, and he made the mind flayer, which is like unbelievably awesome in my opinion. Like, that's like the villain story that we all wanted to hear. So that's gonna be, and also Gaten said that he would, Gaten being Dustin, in an interview, someone asked him, would you rather fight the mind flayer or Vecna? And he said the mind flayer. So who knows what Vecna is capable of. But that doesn't really matter, because now we know that Elle is literally 10 times stronger than she's ever been. I mean, this season 5 is going to be peak Elle, and it's going to be something to watch. Bringing back humans, like putting Vecna in the air and doing the Vecna thing to Vecna, like unbelievable, dude. Like, who knows how much stronger they're gonna make her going into season 5. Maybe it'll have like I don't know. Like, we're gonna have to see how that transition goes from Hawkins into, because there's gonna be a time jump. So like, maybe Elle trains with Dr. Owens as Dr. Owens is still alive for a little bit. Like, I don't know. Like, is Elle gonna be 10 times stronger than she is now going into season 5? Probably. Who knows? But yeah. And then Will, his storyline. I personally think Will is not going to end up getting with Mike, as a lot of people think. I don't think Mike is going to, be too fond of that, I guess. I think, he's in love with Elle. Why would he, whatever. But I do think Will like spill his guts out to Mike and then talk about how, he's been in love with him or whatever for the last like 5 years. And then I think Will be like, he'll want to sacrifice himself basically, because he's the only one in the group connected to the mind flayer. I think Will somehow sacrifice himself at the end of season 5. I think that's gonna be like the main death at the end of the show, because like, he's the only one who's been left out. It started with him, it'll end with him, type of thing. I think Will's going to end the entire show. I think he's gonna sacrifice himself, because he's the only one related to the mind flayer right now who's alive. One thing I'm going to be mad about, though, is if Elle dies at the end of season 5, bro. That's going to be something that I think that would ruin the show, dude. Someone who was abused and literally used as a test subject to be made into a superhuman should not have to sacrifice herself, at the end of the show. I think she deserves to live. So we'll see how it goes, but that was pretty much all the things that I wanted to talk about. There's a lot of open-ended storylines and all this stuff going into season 5. So hopefully when the trailers come out in about a year and a half or whenever they come out, we'll get a better idea. But right now it's looking like 2024 summer is probably when we're going to get season 5. I hope it's sooner, maybe 2024 like spring or early winter would be nice. I don't know though, guys. I'm excited though. It's going to be sad not having this amazing show for 2 years, but it's whatever. But hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know if you want me to do more. I'm probably gonna make some theories about it going into season 5, but it's a little too early right now. We gotta wait till everything cools down and everything. But I'm gonna be posting more TV show content, so make sure to subscribe. And yeah, guys, appreciate you guys watching the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.